Hello, this is Priscilla, and I'm very happy to be here. I did learn something a few days ago. My sessions start at the top of the hour. Other sessions are ending at the end of that top of the hour, which is 60 minutes. As I understand, most classes, including mine, try to give each student the benefit of every second of learning. I'm going to try to do something differently today. It is not that much different than what I've done in the past. At the last 5 minutes of class, I'm going to give what I will be calling final words. This will give each of you the opportunity to tell me what you thought of the class, what would you like to see done differently, and we will proceed from there. I would like to take this opportunity to invite each of you to follow me with my sessions. The more you stay with me, the more you will learn. Again, I am Priscilla, and I am your conversational English coach. We have an exciting topic today, and I hope that you will enjoy it as much as I enjoyed preparing it for you. At this moment, I'm going to share my screen and bring up the topic that we will be enjoying together. See, I'm not exactly sure why that is there, but let me try once more to get the actual screen that I want to share. And I think that is going to be it. And hello, Raphael. How are you? Hello, Raphael.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you please tell me what is it that you might be seeing on the screen at this moment?
I see the screen of your computer. Now it's black.
Okay, so you do not see the words how to learn English very fast.
No, no, I don't.
All right, let me try again to see if I can understand what is going on with this window. So let's see if I go here and perhaps try and close the window. I'm going to close that tab, and that's not it. I'll close that one, and that's not it either. I'm just talking to myself as I walk myself through the process.
Okay.
And this will give others the opportunity to get settled in as well. I'll try that and screen share. Now tell me, what do you see?
Now I see obsession to learn English. It will require.
Fantastic. That is absolutely what I would like for you to see. Now I'm going to come back and welcome you to the class. Stop the screen share. So, thank you very much for your patience. Hello, Raphael. How are you today?
Hello, I'm doing fine.
Fantastic. And what about you, David? How are you?
Hello, Priscilla. I'm fine. Thank you.
Great. Allah, how are you today? Allah, how are you today? All right, maybe Allah is not quite with us. Adela, it's good to see you. How are you?
Fine, thanks. I'm for
Gr-
asking.
Great. All right, as usual, I'm going to give you a number. Raphael, you will be number 1. So could you say hello, and what is your number, please?
Hello, my number is 1.
Thank you. Hi, David. Your number is 2.
Okay. Hello, number two.
And Allah, you will be number 3. If Allah is not here at the moment, let's remember that number.
Hello,
Is,
teacher. Hello, teacher. How are you?
there you are. Hi. Your number is
Uh,
3. Could you say 3 for me?
okay, three.
And Adela, how are you again?
I'm number 4.
You will be number 4. That is totally awesome. And I am Priscilla, and I'm happy to be with you all today and present to you a wonderfully exciting lesson that I hope that will be chock full of tips and techniques that will carry you through the week. And next week, if you do not attend another session with me this evening, you'll be able to implement everything that I'm going to teach you today. Now I'm going to go back and share my screen with this presentation. and it is called Speak English Fast. How to Learn English Very Fast. I know that this is not a topic that you all are very much interested in, but I thought I would just entertain myself today and talk about it. Am I correct in thinking that none of you are interested in this topic? What are your thoughts, Raphael?
I am totally interested in this topic. Yes, I'm totally interested because I really enjoy learning different languages. I'm not here because I must. I'm here because I want to. So it's
Oh,
it's like fun to me.
okay. And that is what is going to make it most entertaining, informative, and perhaps you will get more out of this than anyone else that may be here for a different reason. When you do something because you enjoy doing it, there is the tenacity that you will put to it because you want to do it, you enjoy doing it, you know that you're not going to be rewarded. The odd thing or the most interesting thing about that, it's just like putting money in the bank. When you go to work and you don't necessarily need all of the money that you earned, if you put that money in the bank, it will work for you. And this is what it sounds like your learning of English conversation is going to do for you, David. It's not because you need it, but on that very day that you can use it, it will be there for you. And everyone will marvel at how wonderfully well you're able to speak. So thank you for sharing that. What about you? Let's see, Adela, what are your thoughts? I know that you're not here to learn English fast. Why are you here today?
Um, Sorry. For speak fast, I think it's necessary, no, to improve my English, to practice a lot, no,
Mhm.
to use every day, to listen to. I think is important.
Okay. Thank you for sharing. Allah, tell me, I'm sure you're not here to learn how to speak English very fast. Am I correct?
No, no, Athar, I want to speak English fast. Of course, I think it reflects all your abilities in the language. So if you're able to speak well and fast, I think it's the final outcome or the sum of your study or your learning the language.
Okay. Thank you for that, Allah. And what I hope to help you with is if you notice as you were giving your rendition of why you're here, you had a lot of us, us. So I'm going to challenge you to work
Hmm.
on eliminating those ahs as you speak. I will tell you exactly why those ahs will come up in your conversational voice. It is because you're thinking, you're fighting within your brain with your native tongue. Your native
Hmm.
tongue wants you to think in whatever your native language is, and your English is trying to say no, no, no. So there's two things that's fighting in your head. So we're going to teach you how to take control and let which one you want to be in control. If you're speaking with your parents or someone who only speaks the language of your native tongue, then you will speak that. But when you're in an audience of English speakers and you want to speak English, we're going to teach you how to turn that volume down and focus on English. And Raphael, tell me, you're not here to learn how to speak English fast, are you?
I think you made a mistake because I talked first,
Oh, who is speaking now then?
Rafael.
Okay, Raphael, you're here for the benefit of just having fun. Gotcha.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
so
yes. But can I add something?
okay, well let me get to David first. David,
Okay.
David, have you spoken?
No, actually, no, no, please.
Okay, I know that you're not here for learning to speak English fast, right?
No, yes, I am here for learning fast. Immediately, I can say.
Okay.
For
All
fast,
right.
I can.
All right. Well, I'll tell you, as I listened to your voice just now when you spoke, I want to hear a little more assertiveness in your voice, and you will learn how to do that. Your, your speaking is very clear, but I don't feel that, that assertiveness that I got this. All right. So we want to see that come out within, by it's June now, it's July now. At the end of August, I want to hear more assertiveness in your voice. All right, David, what is it that you want me to know?
Me? Me again?
Yeah, no, it's Raphael. Raphael, I'm sorry. Raphael, what is it that you want me to know?
Okay, I just wanted to add that I believe that we can learn how to speak a language uh, fast, but it's not like magic. I think it depends on how much effort and how much time you spend on studying a language. But it's not like magic, like, oh, I decided to learn how to speak Spanish and I'm going to be speaking Spanish fluently in 6 months. I
Okay,
don't believe in that.
and and Raphael, you are speaking very fluently with me, and I'm understanding and receiving every word that you say. And I'm going to beg to differ with you because learning to speak fast is just like magic. Now, I say that with a caution. You must understand how magic works. If you have ever seen a magician do his work, you can almost know he did not learn that trick, that majestical trick, in 1 hour, 1 day, 1 month, 1 year. But when you see that magician perform on stage, it's as if he has been doing this from the day he was born from his mom. And that is how you learn to speak English very fast. First, you have to acknowledge what your weaknesses are and how you can capitalize on those weaknesses and make those weaknesses your strength. I just pointed out to a few of you what your areas of weaknesses are based upon what I heard you say just in that short sentence. I've given each of you, I believe, a challenge other than Raphael, something that I want you to work on, and I'll give Raphael his challenge, even though he's doing this for fun. I want you to work on building a huge, solid vocabulary that will just blow my mind, that will send me rushing to the dictionary like, oh my goodness, what is he telling me? What is it that he wants me to know? With that said, let us begin. Let me know if you can still see the screen, and I believe that you can. And we will start out with Raphael will be number 1. We will talk about everything on the page. Before we move on, I want everyone to have a solid understanding of what they have read as we learn to speak English fast. And as usual, I do not have access to the forum once I start sharing my screen. So if you would, let me know if someone else has come in. I hope I can count on you to do that, someone to do that. Now we will start with Raphael. Please start.
Okay, number one, obsession. To learn English, it will require that you become obsessed with the language. In a nutshell, you must have an incredible thirst and hunger for speaking the language, for speaking the English language. Do you speak English? The first and most important thing you need to achieve this goal is incredible passion. You must have tremendous emotional power to learn super fast. Why?
Okay, very nicely read, I will say, Raphael. Now let us talk about what Raphael said at the beginning. Raphael said, as I'm recalling what he said, is that he's not coming to these sessions because he have to. He's not doing it to improve himself on his job. He's doing it because he enjoys learning languages. So what is his passion? Someone other than Raphael, please tell me, what is Raphael's passion? Anyone? A part of conversational English is being able to jump right in and say something. It doesn't matter whether it's right or wrong. You want to start speaking.
I think the language itself. the passion,
That
because
is
he's
what
not
he
doing
said.
for. Yeah.
He said his passion is learning language. Is that pretty much correct, Raphael?
Yes,
Okay.
I really like to learn languages.
Okay. And so it makes it easier because you are not concerned with what your supervisor will think. You're doing it for yourself. Did did you notice the images that I have incorporated in the lesson? So this immediately helps you to understand what you know. It is clear in my mind that some of these words that I have highlighted and underscored, they're not difficult words, but you may get lost in the context of what it is that this number one obsession is about unless you have a picture to associate it with very quickly. When a mother hears her baby crying, there may be 30 babies in the room, but the mother immediately recognizes the sound of her child's voice, and she immediately conjures up in her mind, just as a magician would, that that's my baby. So Raphael is obsessed with learning languages that I would imagine that he can tell you if you're speaking English, he can tell you if you're speaking whatever his native language is, and any of the other languages that he's learning. He may not be able to speak them all fluently, but he can actually identify the sounds. Would that be a pretty good assessment, Raphael?
Can you ask this question again?
The question is, if you're learning more than two languages, you may not be able to speak all of those languages fluently, but you recognize them as being distinctly different.
Yes, yes, of course.
And that is what a magician does. A magician goes into his hat. He knows what he's looking for. He knows it is in there. And in this case, he knows this is not a rabbit. So he's obsessed with knowing his work, knowing his craft better than anyone in his listening audience. Then we have the word nutshell. You may be obsessed with the language. So in a nutshell, putting everything together, it becomes so minute that you can put everything that I'm talking about this evening in a nutshell, because you will have lots of images in your mind and you will remember this topic about how to learn to speak English fast. Now, as we go through this scenario, as we talk about this, every time you see this picture, for example, you're going to think of the word obsessed, and you're going to think, oh, that just means being the master of something, that it is constantly in your brain. And everything that you're going to learn this evening, you can put it in a nutshell. All right, so this word incredible, Raphael, what are some words that you can think of that is related to incredible as it relates to what you have read up to this point? So I'm only speaking to Raphael at this moment.
Okay, the first word that comes to my mind related to incredible, maybe amazing.
Good. And that word now can be associated with something that you know, because you know the word amazing. And you will also have in your repertoire of vocabulary incredible. Now, this is not to say, Raphael, that incredible and amazing is not a part of your vocabulary, but now you have two amazing words that you can relate and retell this passage. And then we have the thirst. To be thirsty for something is like, I gotta have it. I want to learn language. You've got to be dying for it. And you have a bottle of water, so you know that if you don't drink water, you'll die. So there again, there is another image. Not so much that you don't know what the word thirst means, but as you begin on this journey of being able to speak English quickly, you've got to get just millions and zillions of pictures in your head. And then there's the hunger. When you're really hungry for something, you'll do almost anything for it. All right?
All right. Okay.
And there we come to the passion. I don't know whether Raphael is of the age that he has found someone that he's incredibly and amazingly, heart pounding in love with or care with so deeply. But I do believe that he feels this way about the English language, that is his best sleeping partner. When he goes to bed at night, he's thinking in English and saying, I love this English. And there you have it. And there we have our question of why. So I want to point out before we go to David that I think I told you that your brain will be fighting against each other. Your native language and the English language. Your native language is on the left and the English is on the right, or vice versa. And so we're going to learn how to control one of these brains, and one side of the brains, and say, right now it is not time for you to speak. All right, Raphael, can you summarize for me what your topic was about?
This topic is about how
the
you
portion
feel.
that you read. The portion that you read now. Okay?
Yeah. It's about how I feel about learning a language. That I must feel hunger, I must feel passion, I must enjoy it. So if I do it, I'm going to learn it in a quick way.
Very good. Very nicely said. All right. Did someone else come into the room?
Yes, like me.
Okay. Who is like
Yes.
me? What is like me's name?
Obed.
Obed. Okay. Anyone else?
Yes,
Me
how
too.
are you? How are you? I'm Joseph.
Okay, Joseph. Okay, Joseph, you'll be number 6. Anyone else?
Harry.
Harry, you'll be number 5.
Okay.
Anyone else?
And Sergio.
Sergio, you'll be number 7. And Obed, you'll be number 8. Okay. Fantastic. Thank you all for coming. And we are now going to go back to share the screen. And it will be David that will speak now. David, would you read for us?
Yeah, Priscilla, but okay.
Am I not sharing the screen? Okay, let me share my screen.
Yeah, because I see your picture, but no the share screen.
Okay, can you see the screen now, David?
No.
No. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Because you must study English 8 to 14 hours a day, and every hour you must be alert, interested, and energetic.
Okay, so that was going to be all of yours. So what you see all of these pictures because you must study 8 to 14 hours a day. Are you crazy? 8 to 14 hours a day? I have to work. What that actually means is when you're at work, work. Do what you're paid to do. If your job requires you to speak and think in your native language, then that's what you should do. When you go to lunch, think in English. When you go to the restroom, think in English. When you are on your way to work, think in English. David, how many hours are there in a day?
24 hours.
24 hours. When you sleep, think in English. Tell your brain that you do not want to speak in English. You want to speak in English when you're sleeping. So if you spend 8 hours on your job, you still have quite a few hours that you can think in English. If you're not speaking in English, think in English. When you go home, talk to your mother and your father, your brothers and your sisters, say something to them in English, and they're going to think, oh God, here he comes again, speaking that language. That's okay. Continue to speak it because you want to be able to speak English very quickly. And the best way to do that is to tell your brain, I'm going to teach you how to shut yourself off when I don't need you. So you must develop that. You must be alert. When you wake up in the morning, you want to say, good morning, world. I can speak English. Hello. Hello, world. I can speak English. You must really be interested. You must be focused. Just like this cat is focused. I'm not sure what that cat is looking for, but he's intent. He's very interested in looking at something. And then energetic. You have to find something to praise yourself for doing. If it's no more than coming to a class and learning one thing. Now I'm going to challenge everyone that is here today to write down something, as I've said before. Write down something that you're learning today, and when you come to my class again, I want you to use something that you have learned. It could be a word, and if I ask, how are you today, David? You can say, oh, Priscilla, I am so energetic, and I'm happy to be here because I am alert, and I'm interested in your class. Just force yourself to say something like that instead of, hello, I'm great, how are you? Because I just come with the same level of enthusiasm. I'm okay, I'm awesome. But if you tell me that you're energetic and interested, I am just as energetic and interested as you are. And you should see my arms now just flailing about like, yay, I've got a class. I am so excited. Now, you see here, there is a lot of pictures here. But these same pictures build upon what we saw with Raphael's reading. Now, I want you to tell me, David, what does your little passage mean? What does this passage mean? Not so much for you to read it, but just look at the pictures, because these pictures are going to be imprinted in your brain.
Yeah,
Tell me, what is yours about? What is this little section about, David?
yeah. Is if you have the achieve of learning English, you have to put a lot of effort. Study as many hours as you can in a day. If you are working in your daily routine, thinking English every time as you can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dream in English, think in English, eat in English, everything in English.
Okay, so what are you committing yourself to starting today? What are you
Yeah,
committing? What are you
I'm,
committing?
I'm going to start today with that.
Okay, so how are you feeling today? How are you feeling today?
Yeah, I feel very energetic. I was alert and so yeah.
Very good. Awesome. Awesome. So now, are you still able to see the pictures in your brain
Yeah,
without looking at them? So
yeah.
you know what you must do when you get up in the morning. You know what you must do when you get up in the morning. You must be energetic, you must be alert, and you must say, hello, world. I am here to greet you because I am alert, enthusiastic, and ready to start my day. Very nicely done. So now we're going to go to, I believe it will be Allah that will read for us, starting with the increase to increase your ability to speak. Allah, are you still with us?
Yes. To increase your ability to speak quickly and be understood, you must build emotion. You must be obsessed with English. You must be passionate and incredibly enthusiastic. Remember, emotion is 80% of success. Method or remember, emotion is 80% of success. A method or the chosen path is only 20%.
20%. Wow. So no matter what you do, if you come to class every day, if you take 8 classes a day, that is your chosen path. But how much is it worth? How much is your chosen path?
20%.
20%. But your method is worth how much? How much is your method?
80.
80%. So you got to wake up in the morning like, yay, world, I am here and I am ready to learn English. That is what's going to get you there. That is what is getting Raphael there. Raphael is not coming to class just for the mere 20%. The 20% that Raphael is giving is just more gravy. But the bulk of his success is because of his emotion and his passion. That is his love. That is who he just wants to spend his time with. Speaking English, he just wants to go. That is what he feels. That's passion. So we look at these pictures, Allah, and we see to increase your ability to speak. Okay, so we know that we want to improve. And these pictures are just to help you remember. You got to increase it. You don't want to go backwards. You want to increase it. What is it that you want to increase, Allah? What do you want? The ability to speak quickly. and to be understood. You want to be able to speak quickly and be understood. And these pictures should help you to do that. I remember I saw a picture. Oh yeah, there was an arrow to increase, and that guy had his hand up to his ear. Like, what did you say? So I need to be able to speak quickly and be understood. But what do you need to have in order to do that?
Emotion,
Allah, you need to have emotion, and you must be what?
obsessed with English.
Obsessed and passionate about it.
Passion.
And passion. You got to be enthusiastic, like, yay, yay, and just so excited. And look at you now. You are like a superhuman, superhero. Now your method is going to be getting up out of the bed in the morning, jumping up and putting on your shoes, saying, I put on my shirt, I put on my shoes, I'm going to eat breakfast, I'm looking at something in English, I'm drinking my water. Tell yourself what you're doing. You'll say, hey mom, breakfast was fantastic. And your mother will look at you. What's that you say, son? Oh mom, never worry, this was just me speaking my English. Because remember, the path that you choose, whether you come to a class, whether you read a book, or whether you talk with native English speakers, this only makes 20%. Now, if your teacher helps you to become energized, that's good. If the book that you're reading helps you to be energized, that's good. If talking to your friends energizes you, that's good. That could make up your 80%. But 80% is going to come from just being in love with the language, like, yay, I can do this. Now, Allah, tell me what your passage is about.
Again, it's about emotion, passionate about language. It must be passionate about language and obsessed about learning English. So this is the 80%. The method, it will help you, but it's not the major part. You must feel.
No. The method, the method
method is
the method is 80%. Is that not? Did I say?
20%.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, sorry, you're right.
Yeah, so
Okay.
the emotions and the obsession is the main part of yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to tell you that let's look at the word vocabulary of method. The method is like a recipe. The method is going to be all of the ingredients. It's going to be waking up in the morning. It's going to be speaking in English. It's going to be feeling the passion. It's the emotion. All of that is the method. The chosen path. No, you said it right. I'm saying it wrong. And I need to change my picture. I need to change my picture because the method is making a choice. And that's only 20%. But your emotion, as you said correctly, is the 80%. So what emotions are you going to wake up with in the morning? What emotions are you going to wake up with in the morning?
Positive emotions about learning, passion about learning English.
Okay, everybody that want to hear what Adele is going to say in the morning when he wakes up, say, I do. I do. If you want to hear...
I can, yes.
No,
I can
want
do. When you wake up, you can say yourself, yes, I can, I do, I can do.
Mm-hmm. You can say
okay.
Put some energy. I can do this. I can do this. Yay! Okay. All right. You all are doing an awesome job, and I hope that you're learning as we go along what I want you to get from today's session. So now it is Adela. Oops, what happened to my sharing? Again. Adela, it's your turn.
Yes. Just doing well on a test is not a strong enough reason. Just getting a new job is not a strong enough reason. You need huge reasons for doing this. Imagine all the incredible benefits you will have as a fluent English speaker. Imagine how your life will change 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now.
Mm-hmm. So those are your pictures, Adela. So you can see that just doing well on a test is not strong enough reason. I'm very happy and excited that Raphael said that he's not doing it because he's trying to pass a test. He's doing it because he wants to. He's not doing it because he wants to get a new job. He has to have a strong enough reason. And Adela, what is Raphael's reason for wanting to speak English?
Um, I don't know exactly
He
the
said
reason.
he said
Uh,
his reason is because he wants to learn it. He wants to have fun learning different languages. So it's already passion for him because he's having
It's
fun.
it's a not material reason. It's an intellectual reason, no?
Okay. Okay. His reasons are not materialistic. It is more intellectual. Okay. And it's because he want to. So you're going to need a huge amount of what? Adela, what are you going to have a huge amount of what?
They have a huge reason for learning English, for learning languages in general.
That's correct. So you've got to have a huge, and huge means a lot. You've got to have a lot of it. You've got to have a lot of it. And you want to be able to have people understand you. So you're going to have incredible benefits once you learn how to speak in English. Okay? And how do you think your life will change when you accomplish your goal of learning English, conversational English?
I think it's good to move the brain. The benefits in 20 years ago can be important, no? Because you practice, you are more. I don't know, more.
Well, the words are there.
The more active the brain, the neuron.
That's correct. You become more active, you become more involved, you become more engaged, and it becomes very easy for you to interact. And once you start interacting, it is because you want to. No one is making you do it. You're doing it because this is something that you really, truly want to do. So you had those images. So I want to know, what other reason can you give me other than working for your company? What are some reasons you can give me now that will help you feel passionate about learning?
I think to keep the healthy brain is important.
It's important.
Yes, and to communicate with the other people is very important for me because I like to travel.
Okay, see, that is your reason. That could be your passion. So the sooner you can start conversating comfortably in English, you'll be able to travel and enjoy what you're doing, and you can come to the U.S. and you say, Priscilla, I'm here, and come and join me, and let us talk about this museum, that restaurant, and you will have so much fun. Isn't that exciting? Would you want to meet me? Would you like to meet me? Would you like to meet me? Adela, would you like to meet me? Well, when you get that English down and you come to the United States, I want you to call me, and if I can, I'm going to come and see you. Okay? And that is everybody. That is everybody that is here. I'm going to try my best to come and see you, okay?
Okay.
So here we go. Let us get to Harry now.
The guy is lucky.
Well, I might just only meet with the girls, though. Okay, Harry, you're up. Harry, you're up.
I'm waiting for the screen sharing.
Okay, let me know if do you not see it now?
Now I see it, okay. Okay, if you are motivated by money, imagine how English will make you amazingly rich. Visualize your dream house, your dream car, your dream life.
Yeah, awesome. So, Harry, do you think if you learn to converse in English, whether you're doing it for money, do you think you might make more money?
No, I don't want to make money with my English. And I think also I don't need a dream for to become a good English speaker. For me, the only reason is I discovered my mind that I'm the controller of my mind, and before I didn't know it. I was like a robot. I functioned like a robot, and other people can control me. I have to do this, I have to do another thing, and I remembered, oh, and I was at the end of this iteration, I said, no, I have enough from it. I have enough from it.
Mm-hmm.
The people said to me, you can't do it, you can't do it all the time, and that made me so sad. And
Mm-hmm.
one time I
Mm-hmm.
was in such a deep depression, and
Oh.
that was for me the big key that I have changed my whole thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Because for me now, I think depression is the thinking. It was a special thinking. I was controlled from
Mm-hmm.
others,
Okay.
and I discovered my mind, and that gives me the power. And when I notice I can call up the language,
Wow.
I
And I
can
can.
call everyone can do it. We can do it. We can call it up because we are not different from each other. We
Mm-hmm.
have the same possibilities, and we
Mm-hmm.
have to, yeah, we can use it. Don't think you are not able to do it. Each
Okay.
person can do it.
That's correct. And are you all sensing the passion that Harry is expressing? Can you feel his passion? Can you feel his passion as he's talking about what he's able to do? That is so exciting and stimulating. He says that he is in control, and he tells himself he doesn't have to dream about getting a car. He knows that if he wants a car, he will get a car. If he wants a home, he will get a home. This is awesome. And this is what I'm trying to tell you now. When you have the passion, whether it's in your own language or anything, when you become passionate about something, you will find a way to make that something come about. Very nice, very nicely done. Thank you. Thank you very much for sharing that. And
Okay.
now we're going to hear from Joseph. Joseph, we're going to hear from you as soon as you get the screen. I want you to start reading. Oh, there we go with that kaleidoscope again. And try again. Joseph. Joseph, would you read for us?
Okay. If love motivates you, imagine how English will help you meet incredible people from other countries. Imagine dating beautiful, handsome foreigners. Imagine incredible love and passion possible because you are a fluent English speaker. You can also exaggerate the terrible things that will happen if you fail to speak English fluently. Imagine all the jobs you will miss, imagine all the people you will ever meet, imagine how bad your life will be because you can't speak English.
Mm-hmm. So here again, we have all of these wonderful pictures. I know that you know what love is, but if love motivates you, and you want to speak to, if you want to find perhaps a girl from America that speaks English, and you can't tell her in the words of English how you care for her, how you love to hear her voice, how you long to be close to her and be with her. Well, if you've got to say it like, I cannot find the words to tell you that I I want to tell you something. You know how long you will hold her attention? Not very long. She's going to go and find her a handsome someone that can speak English. And so if love motivates you, you will force yourself to jump out of bed and say, "Yay! I'm going to speak English, and I'm going to find me someone that is beautiful and handsome and nice and will treat me wonderfully." And it doesn't have to be an American either. It could just be someone that speaks English. So there you have it. So you know that you have to have passion. But you can also use this to offset something that's not so good. If you know that you can use English, think of the things that you're going to miss. You're going to miss the opportunity to come with your company to the US or to a country where they speak English because you can't. My son just took a job in California, but their business is done in Mexico. Guess what my son has to learn now? My son has to learn Spanish, and he's so excited about the opportunity of learning Spanish because when he goes to Mexico, he must be able to speak the language of the people to tell them and explain to them what it is that he wants them to know. So, Joseph, tell me, how can you use what you see in this picture to help you begin that process of speaking English quickly?
Mm,
How can you
well,
use what we just talked about?
passion. I think it says passion.
Yes, passion is key.
Well, if you like what you are doing, I think it can help you a lot. I like English, that's why I'm learning English. But at the beginning, I only want to pass an exam. That was not a good idea, I think. But through the process of learning this language, I feeling that it is disliking me more and more.
Hmm.
It's incredible language. I
Okay.
think you can have a lot of opportunities if you learn this language because uh, there are many opportunities in the world. If you can't get some English examination, for example, and it motivates me a lot.
Hmm. Awesome. Okay, great. Thank you for sharing that. So now we're going to go to Sergio. Ser Sergio, could you read for us?
Yeah. Okay. Make your reasons bigger. Bigger reasons, big passion. Big passion, big success. Emotions is the key. Make your emotions stronger. Become obsessed with English.
Okay, so here again, Sergio, we have the images that we can put in our mind. You want to have real big reasons for doing what you do, whether it's being the best employee on your job or being the best speaker of English. You got to be very passionate about it. You got to love it. You've got to believe that you can do this. It may take some people a little longer than others, but there's a story about the tortoise and the hare. Everybody can succeed. You've got to just think big. Just think big. And if as long as you're thinking big, you're going to meet with success. So here again, Sergio, you have the pictures. Tell me what you feel. Tell me what you sense this article is about. Sergio?
Yeah, yeah. For me, it's about. I totally agree with this
Mm-hmm.
Fraser. I believe that when you believe and you become your dreams stronger, for sure you can get it. And yes, that's the same for your life,
Mm-hmm.
your professional life, and for sure for your English.
Okay, fantastic. So I'm going to now go back to our last speaker, which will be Obed, and that will take us to the top of the hour.
Yes.
So I want you to read the entire story, Obed, and you've got the privilege of pulling it all together for us, and then we are going to talk about what it is that I want you to leave here today knowing. So if you'll start reading as soon as you see it on the screen.
Yes. To learn English, it will require that you become obsessed with the language.
Okay, this word is obsessed. Obsessed.
Obsessed with the language.
And as he's reading, I hope pictures are coming in your mind, everybody. Continue.
Okay. In Anshul, you must have an incredible thirst and hunger for speaking the English language. The first and most important think you need to achieve this goal in encrypted version. You must have tremendous imagine power to learn super fast. Why? Because you must study English 8 or 3 hours a day, and every hour you must be alert, interesting, and
Energetic.
energized
Hmm.
to increase your ability to speak quickly and be understood. You must build immersion. You must be upset with English. You must be
Obsessed. That word is obsessed. Obsessed.
obsessed
Hmm.
with English. You must be possession and incredible and
Enthusiastic. Enthusiastic.
enthusiastic.
Hmm.
Remember, emotion is 80% of success. Method of the chosen path is only 20%.
Okay, so we're going to stop right there. We're going to stop right there. And now I'm going to come back to a place where we're going to talk about speak English fast, how to learn English very fast. I'm going to give my final word first, and I want to say, I want to thank each of you for sharing this opportunity with me to talk to you about how to speak English fast. I hope that you have gotten something from what I wanted you to know about the lesson for today. It is not going to happen automatically. This I want you to understand. But each of you will be able to, just as a small child does, just as I did before I was able to hold a pencil in my hand, I began to speak. I spoke a lot of nonsense. Ma, I want this. The words did not come out of my mouth straightforward, but very soon I started to talk with people who were speaking back to me in the language that I understood. As I listened to my parents, who were my first teachers, I soon began to understand what my mother wanted me to know when she wanted to treat me because I had done something especially nice. I was rewarded in a very nice way. If she wanted to reward me because there was harm or there was danger in what I was doing, I understood that too, because I might get a pat on the hand or a slap on the hand. But there again, through it all, through this process, it has brought me to where I am today, that I am, you know, someone that is talking to people thousands and thousands of miles away from me. People are listening to me, and I never would have dreamed this when I was 5 or 6 years old. But today I am doing that because I realize this is what I'm passionate about. I want to create the best lessons for all of the students that come to my session. So that is my final word. I'd like to have each of you take a moment now and give me your final word about today's session. What did you learn? What is your takeaway? What is it that you're going to bring to the next session that you spend with Priscilla that will help me remember that you have learned something? And we'll start with Raphael. Raphael, we only have 6 minutes, so with the number of people participating, please keep that in mind that I'd like to hear from everyone. You may start now.
Okay, I got so surprised because I didn't know that it was almost all about emotion. And now I need to say to myself, oh, it's not just because I enjoy learning English. I need to say to myself that I feel excited about learning a
Yes.
language. I
Yes.
feel energetic about learning a language. So I
Absolutely.
need to tell myself that I can do it, and I'm going to get a lot of benefits from it.
Thank you. And let us now hear from David.
Okay, Priscilla. Since now I'm going to be more passionate, more chilly about learning English. I think if I put more effort and energetic, I can learn fast.
That is
And
true. And
Yeah.
I can hear the assertiveness coming out in your voice now, much more clearer than it was a little earlier. So thank you for that, David. Allah, final words, please.
To be obsessed about learning the language, to think more about it, to use it in the daily life, so I can use it easily whenever I have to. Uh, that's it. And increase the time maybe of learning. Yes.
Okay. And so, Allah, I want you also to concentrate on your excessive use of the ahs. Instead of saying ah, just take a breath. Just stop talking, because
Mhm.
that is what you're doing. You're filling in that little space, the little void, because you feel compelled to say something, but we together will train your brain that you don't have to say ah, because you will have an appropriate word to come out. Thank you, Allah. Adela.
Thank you.
Adela, could we hear from you, please?
Della is not
Thank
here.
you. What about Harry? Harry, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Final words, please.
Okay, I think we all do the best, and we have to train our English together, because I can't share my happiness only with me. I need you, and we need each other, and that's the key for me. We need each other, and so we can learn. We make a very big progress when we use each other, when we give help each other.
Okay, I like that. Let's help each other. Together we're one, but individually we're one, together we're many. Thank you. Sergio, final words, please.
First, I really surprised. I just getting in this class and without expectation, and I mean getting out with great experience for all of them. And I just, as I said before, I totally agree with this method for when you desire to do something. You can just become this bigger, and yes, you can do it.
Absolutely. And looking at your picture in the back, Sergio, I hope that when you see my class coming up about culture and icebergs, based upon your picture, I think that you would love that lesson. So please try to find that lesson, and you will learn a lot about cultures and icebergs and how they interact with each other. Anobed, you have the last word.
Yeah, yes, teacher. I want to say thank you. You're way exciting when you explain this class with the pictures. This way is very exciting. And to say thank you. If you want to, I think if you want to speak English is very fast, just love one girl speaker English.
Okay. All right. I love that too. I like that too. So with that said, I want to tell you all, say to each of you that I really appreciate your attending my session today. I appreciate the sessions that you've attended in the past. And as I said before, I realize now that classes start at the top of the hour. So if you have another class that you want to go to, then tickets are gone if you don't get there in time. And I need to start another class. I don't think I have one coming up immediately following this one, but I have another one coming. So if you have the opportunity to stay up, please stay tuned, and I hope that you will enjoy the next session. I do not know what is going on. Thank you, Raphael. I have the gift for motivation. It is actually the enthusiasm that comes through the tube from you guys that motivates me, because I do more than enough to prepare our lessons, but we didn't get to everything that I had planned because of what we were doing today. Pictures are fabulous for creating those images. So I know in the morning that David is going to get up and say, "Yay! I am so excited about being awake and alive." And today I'm starting my day speaking English. Bye, guys. Take care, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you, Priscilla.
Gracias.
Yippee, Harry. Bye-bye. Bye.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Sergio. Bye.